are we good?
Go.
Okay. So they're Marimo balls. They're actually algae, but they look like moss, little drippy, and they grow at the bottom of cold lakes in Iceland, Scotland, Japan, and Estonia. They get their round shape by rolling around on the bottom of the lake. Oh, here, see? So they roll around in the bottom of the lake, and that's how they get round. Now, I have, there's all they need. They're like the easiest pet. They're like better than a pet rock because they're green. So they're the easiest pet to have. So they don't need food. They like low light. Like too much light is like, oh no, we can't deal with that. They just need clean tap water like every 2 weeks or so. So I happen to have a little clean tap water. Oh, so the thing you can put in your container anything you would like a very special friend who is not here tonight, who happens to be in St. Croix, if you happen to know. Anyway, she brought these lovely, beautiful rocks back for me from Long Island. I don't know how to say that.
Long Island.
You got it. So anyway, so she brought them back for me, and I've had them, and I love them, and what do I do? So I put them in my container with my moss balls. And I've had these moss balls for a year. I bought them at the Philadelphia Flower Show a year ago. And I had to have them. So I scoured the whole flower show, and I finally found them at the tippy end. But anyway, so we just have clean tap water, and they are really happy. Cool, because that's what they get in their cool lakes. They will move up and down in the water. One website said depending on my mood, but really it's I know, really. Really it's from the oxygen produced in photosynthesis. So I have this on my kitchen table, and all of a sudden they're like up high, and how'd that happen? And then they go down low, and it's just so much fun. So, oh, and the other thing is that they can live for 200 years, so you're not killing them. And they grow very slowly, about a ½ centimeter a year. So, the one thing is they're great in any container, and you can put really anything in there that you would like. Like I say, I have my special rocks. You could use seashells, coral, you know, they have that big coral fan thing. Objects to art, you might have something you'd like to put in there. Anyway, you can think about different ways to display them. The thing that my daughter-in-law told me is, that needs a fish. So, I have Pansy right here. She's a what is she? The beta? Yeah, she's a beta. So, what was that?
They like to be alone.
Well, yeah, she's going to be alone with the moss balls. She will not harm the moss balls, and the moss balls will not harm her. They will live happily together, no problem. Oh, I do need to put, this is just a little tap water conditioner. So you do like a drop. And then she's happy in there. So, Pansy, here you go into your new home. Oh, go. I was wondering where she went. Now, look how happy. Look how happy. Maybe a little more H2O. There we go. Look how happy. Now, the moss balls are going up and down depending on their mood. And we've got Pansy investigating, and she can, like, you know, swim all around my very special rocks.
She won't
Pansy,
eat the moss balls?
she won't eat them. They won't bother her. Some fish will eat them a little bit, but they don't harm them. As far as aquariums go, the moss balls are really awesome because they absorb toxins in the water, and they keep things nice and clean. You should change the water, well, with a fish, like every week or so. Without a fish, every 2 weeks, whatever. The moss balls are really not picky. The fish, I think, would like it every week. And when you do change the water, why are you looking so forlorn, Robin? This is fine.
I was wondering about the water, how often you change it.
Yeah, like every week with the fish. And then, but use the water to water your plants. Oh, it's a wonderful cycle there. You can purchase the Philadelphia Flower Show probably this year. I haven't been yet, but for the moss balls, or Adam's Pet Safari in Chester. He has them. The one thing he told me is that, and I've seen this online, it's important to roll the balls in your hand every once in a while you're cleaning and rinsing. He says if you don't, and it doesn't have any current, like the bottom of the lakes, that they become moosh. That's a technical term. He has examples of moosh moss balls there. Oh. So anyway, those are really algae, but we call them Marimo balls or moss balls.
Very interesting.
One other note, orchid workshop at Stony Hill, March 22nd to 24th. So if you go to the 11 o'clock one, that's when Carol Strober tells you everything you want to know about orchids and then some. So I highly recommend it. There's an afternoon lecture by the owner, and he tells you how to transplant. But really, Carol's lecture is the best.
Dates again.
March 22nd to 24th. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and they have an 11 o'clock lecture with Carol, and then I think it's a 1 o'clock lecture with Dale, and they have, I think, wine tasting and other things online for Stony Hill. There's no E, Stony Hill. They have coupons that are good. I think they're good.